This week on Football Mezzanine, we reviewed the World Cup final and covered the biggest transfer window this decade has ever seen. Get hyped, Football Mezzanine fans.
What's up, Football Mezzanine fans? This is Tristan, Ansh, and Shrikar coming at you after that wonderful football final for the World Cup where France faced off against Croatia. Guys, what was your thoughts on that one?
Oh my god, what a final. I guess we were expecting the result in terms of the scoreline, but I don't know, Croatia played very well. I thought Croatia played better than France in that final in terms of actual play, and you could see it with the shots. Sorry to steal your line, Tristan, but I'm the stats master for today. At one point, they had 14 shots to 7, and I think overall play, Croatia were better, but you could see the tired legs in the latter stages when France really turned up the Pearson those at the end.
I mean, in terms of the scoreline, I don't think anyone was expecting a 4-2, but, as you said, Shrikar, Croatia were, I thought the better team, especially in the first half, but then just a lot of mistakes cost them in the end, which was really sad to see.
And a lot of refereeing decisions seem to have gone on the unlucky side. They were 50-50, but it's worth mentioning because the first foul that Griezmann dived for, should VAR have caught that? I mean,
the thing is,
I know the rule.
The thing that sucks about VAR is they're only allowed to change a referee's decision if it's I think it's either a goal or a red card or a penalty. So they can't even check a foul, which is, I think, kind of stupid. If they can just quickly check and tell the referee to overturn the foul, I don't see the issue in that, and that free kick wouldn't have happened. Yep. But regardless of that, Croatia defended that really poorly. They had such a deep line, and they left the goalkeeper no chance of saving that.
So just quick recap for
an own goal pitch again with another goal.
Yeah.
Top scorer.
And just a quick recap for anyone who has, for some reason, may have missed the game. One, why did you miss it? I think everyone, even non-soccer fans, were watching that, or non-footy fans.
You dickheads, why'd you miss it? There was no reason for you to miss that.
But second point, France ended up winning 4-2. Croatia looked the dominant side, especially in the first half. Second half, less so, but still enough. I mean, as Shrika already mentioned, more in possession, more on shots. But what do you guys think? Was France just more clinical when they got the chances? Because it just seemed they didn't get too many, but everything they had, they either put on target or it was in the back of the net.
I mean, I think the last two goals that France scored were both goalkeeper errors.
Do you think it was positioning?
Positioning, and he just didn't dive. The shots weren't that great.
Powerful.
Yeah, I feel like any other goalkeeper would have saved those,
Maybe not Mbappe's, but Pogba's.
Pogba's 100%. And Mbappe's, I still think most goalkeepers would have gotten that one. Yeah, it was a long way out, and it wasn't really that powerful. And it wasn't even in a corner.
Pogba's, I wouldn't say so much. I mean, he got the shot off one, and he caught the goalie off guard, right? On the wrong footing. And then once he got that second one rebound, I mean, had a lot of people in front of him. If your footing's a little off, that's very easy to not get that. You'd have to be perfectly set and ready to get it if you're going to get in that corner. Maybe if there was no one in front of him and he saw the shot from far, guaranteed, but otherwise I wouldn't say so.
I think the mistake happened when he stepped to the right initially, assuming where it would come from, and that's where
I think the left was. After the first shot?
The left. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was trying to get that first shot, right? So his footing was off. So then once Pogba took that second one, you have to shift your whole weight to the other side that quickly, and that's pretty hard.
It was kind of like Perisic's goal, except it was with a rebound because he got it off.
Yeah, I don't know.
But, yeah.
The goalkeepers have been making a lot of mistakes recently, and then Lloris had to pop in with his little highlight reel.
That was the biggest blunder.
Yeah. The goalkeepers unit is real.
Well, the only difference is Lloris got lucky because his team kind of brought it home with more goals, but that could have easily cost them the finals. Easily.
Oh, yeah.
That was.
Had it been 3-2 on their side, that could have on.
I'm wondering if he even saw him though until the last minute. It almost looked as if he's blind, and at the last minute he's oh shit.
I think he was trying to be cute. I think he's oh my god, we're 4-1 up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my little trick here, and then Mandzukic is like, no, sit down. Yeah, that didn't go well for him. He looked pretty red-faced after that.
I was gonna say, speaking of Mandzukic with 2 goals, but he had a stellar tournament. Him,
really did.
Modric as well, Perisic. Croatia had an unbelievable tournament. They should be absolutely proud. And it's, I mean, being a France fan, I'm not too saddened, but a part of me is, because Croatia, it would have been nice to see someone outside of the kind of like top picks win it all.
The usual.
For sure.
And
I'd like to see England win.
England. Oh, England.
France is in a good spot, though. They got a pretty young team.
Dude, I'm scared of France. They made the 2016 Euro Cup final. I can see this France team being like a Spain dominant.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. For the next Euros and World Cup, they would definitely be a top pick as well. Although I'm interested to see who's going to overtake Lloris, because he's getting up there.
I mean, they have a Trapp and Areola. They have a decent
I thought Lloris was close to 30, but maybe I'm way off.
Yeah, he's 31. He's still got like another couple tournaments.
Yeah, I'd say.
I mean, if Buffon's playing up that age, it's true. Goalkeepers can get up there, but he's a bit of an exception. But my biggest. I guess the player that I got out of this that really made an impact on me that I hadn't recognized too much was Pavard for France. He played an absolutely great tournament, and we'll talk about that later, but goes to show because he looks like he's most likely going to be transferred.
Dude, the bloke looks exactly like the guy from Ratatouille. Like, you know the chef dude from Ratatouille?
Yeah.
He looks
That's kind of
exactly
true.
like him.
Oh, it's kind of true.
Right.
Yo, did you Google him?
Oh my god, what the fuck?
That is typical persona of the average French guy.
Oh,
in
but
my mind.
that goal he had in the prior game.
Oh,
it's beautiful. That's something to remember too.
Against Argentina. And we'll be getting to our golden half of this podcast.
Yeah, we got a lot of awards coming up.
Yeah. Would you think of... Because I thought Conte and Modric, the two engines, or the so-called, were a little... didn't have too much of an impact.
Did you say Conte and Modric?
Yeah.
Yeah, in this game particularly.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant they were on the same team.
No. Like, engines of the respective teams,
Right.
they looked a little off.
Conte, I was actually... Okay, so when you went off, right, I was, like, shocked. It's like, why is Conte coming off in the final? It turns out he had, like, diarrhea before the game. So, like, couldn't play well, and his manager tried to play him for the first half, but he recognized, like, it's not working.
Yep, he was feeling a little sick.
So that's Conte. But, I mean, Modric, dude, like, they've played, like, 3 extra time finals and like, the last...
That's an extra game right there.
Yeah, but he still had a good game, I think, and he won the golden ball in the end, which was really great to see. Although it was kind of
bittersweet.
It was kind of reminiscent to like Messi winning it in 2014 and just going up and being all sad. It's like, I don't care about
another
this.
LM10.
Another LM10. True.
I was a little surprised too. Same thing with you when Conte came out, but then they mentioned pretty quickly, the announcers, that he had some like issues as far as health-wise go, and actually right after that you saw all the goals start coming in for France. So I think it worked out to their favor, even if it just gave them a little bit more.
I mean, Nzonzi came on for him, and Nzonzi's presence, I guess, backline.
Yeah, because he was out in the 55th minute, which is pretty early on too. So it worked out well for them, though. They ended up getting a couple goals right after that.
Yeah, the Pogba goal and then the Mbappe goal.
Yep.
It was just sad to see. So I'm like, I don't know, just something about those goals. I'm like, what? How did that go in? I wasn't too sure about that. But
what'd you guys think of the penalty call?
The Griezmann one?
I
don't. No. The handball
think
with
so.
Perisic. I don't think so either.
Yeah, I don't think that was a penalty, man. Like, it was so tough.
If you looked at it, it was a deflection, right, off of the French player.
No, it wasn't
and
deflection.
Then he misses it. Did he miss it, or was it deflection?
No, he missed it, but like...
Right, okay.
Like, I can see why it was given, but I really don't think that's final. Like,
because you could see Perisic trying to bring his hand down away from his body. It wasn't trying to make contact with the ball. He was trying to tuck it in behind.
That's
the back,
what I
right?
think too. Like, but some people make the
because
argument.
that's what defenders do.
Like, some people can make the argument that he was trying to bring his hand towards the ball because he moved it so quickly.
Right.
But like, I think that's really difficult, and I don't think that's clear enough to be given. It's just kind of sad to see that.
And also, he probably wasn't expecting the ball to miss the French player.
That too.
Reach him in the first place.
That too. Yeah.
So like, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest thing to see.
There was definitely contact with the hand, but
yeah, I don't know if that's blocking like any sort of and I don't.
And Perisic with another banger, that was sweet.
Oh yeah,
like
that was such a sweet strike.
Down on the right foot, onto his left, straight in. What a goal.
Yeah, I can see why Mourinho wants him. He's like the perfect kind of
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised after this. Well, I think he actually just signed a contract extension. I
With
thought
Inter?
so, but maybe I'm off. I'm a transfer
not
guy. I'm
sure.
not sure if I'm necessarily a contract person.
Yeah. But and then came the last goal. Wait, what was the first?
The first goal was the Mandzukic own goal. The second goal
Oh,
was
yeah,
the
the pen.
penalty.
No, the second goal was the
third one
equalizer.
was
Yeah,
it?
and then
Oh,
the
yeah,
pen,
you're right,
and
you're
then
right. and then the Lloris shit.
yeah, yeah. I wanted that to turn into more of
Yeah.
a game, but that didn't. France have been
No.
immense defensively this World Cup. You have to give them credit. Like Varane and
Solid
Umtiti
back
have been
line.
amazing, like unbelievable.
Mhm.
They've been rock.
And then Mbappe also being the youngest, the second final.
Yeah.
That guy's gonna be a star, dude. That guy.
He is already a star.
That guy's winning the Ballon d'Or like multiple times, guaranteed.
Ah, fam, Trent. You're forgetting.
Trent Alexander-Arnold. Yeah, but Mbappe easily a big star, and it'll be interesting to see
Yeah.
if he actually ends up finishing off with PSG, or if somehow Real Madrid are able to claim him over. Did you hear about the whole Neymar, Dani Alves, and Mbappe debacle?
Yeah, I mean
There's
PSG is just
Huge
such a-
tensions between those three. I mean, we'll bring it up. I guess we can bring it up later or now. It doesn't really matter. I guess.
It's just PSG is such like a rich kids club. There's always gonna be like brats.
I used to
and-
go quickly into
That's
this,
what I feel.
and actually, I will explain that later. But quickly into it, I guess Neymar and Dani Alves have kind of been picking on Mbappe. I don't know for what reason, or if Mbappe started it, or anything like that. But anyways, they've been picking on him and apparently kind of like semi-bullying him. And I guess the way they've been bullying him is saying that he looks like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Donatello. So at one point, Dani Alves posted a picture, I guess, on his Twitter or Instagram, one of the two, where it had a picture of the figurine of Donatello after, I guess, France, beat Brazil? Was that it? Or might it be Belgium? I can't remember. But he posted at one point after the game, basically saying, like, Donatello is a very fast one, isn't he? And as a result, now there's been some tension between them, and now there's big transfer rumors about either Neymar or Mbappe getting shipped out as a result, especially with PSG under scrutiny for potentially breaking financial fair play, which means they might get hit potentially with a
No, I think Mbappe came out and said that he's not.
I'm pretty sure Neymar can't. I don't think there's a release clause or anything saying, and I think even in his contract it says you have to play bearing like two things. One, if there's like an act of God where it destroys the city of Paris, or two is if he is permanently injured for the rest of his career. Those are the only two ways he can get out of his contract, apparently. Yeah,
Oh,
they've
wow.
made it tight-knit,
Interesting.
especially after the whole stealing from Barcelona.
I mean, they forked out the GDP of a
They
small
did.
country. I mean,
They did.
but yeah, what a final. Tough luck for Croatia, but deserved second place in my opinion. They were fantastic. Gave us some cracking game, and yeah, I guess you could say France were.
They played
Yeah,
well the
right?
whole
100%.
time.
Yeah.
I can't see any team that were more comfortable than France this World Cup. They made it look easy,
Mhm.
honestly. They made it look like a
Oh, yeah.
non-challenge.
What's interesting for me is that Olivier Giroud played at the front for the whole time. I don't think he got a goal the whole tournament, but it seems like he's almost like just a point person that kind of feeds off to everyone else.
For sure.
He's like a.
That's exactly
better
what he
He's
looking
like a
Fellaini.
front man that's more of a passer instead of a finisher. But I mean, France
Him-
doesn't have an issue on the wings or up on like the midfield either, so they don't really need to worry.
Yeah. Him and Conte are like the two people who I'm really happy for. The others not so
Yeah.
much, but like, man, I love Olivier. He's like one of my favorite guys. He's so nice.
Dude, he's just a good-looking Fellaini at the time.
Good-looking Fellaini. He's more than that, dude.
Oh, yeah, you know what? That's like comparing like a 2 to an 8 range or something like that. Yeah, there's too much of a gap there. But
Yeah, so that was the final.
Yep.
We can quickly discuss the third place playoff, even though I don't.
Boo.
Yeah, you guys aren't happy with that one, but I mean, it worked out for me. Both my teams at least claimed first and third, so that worked pretty good. France beating Belgium, convincingly too, actually.
Belgium beating
Or
England.
sorry, yeah,
Belgium
what am I
beating
talking
England.
about? Yeah, Belgium beating England.
Yeah.
Would-
KDB shining. Lukaku.
You got to be happy about
Showing,
that,
like,
Ansh.
missing.
the
KDB.
first touch of a refrigerator. What else?
Hazard terrorizing EPL defense.
Oh,
He's
been
always,
great.
dude. I don't know why he'd play Phil Jones in this game. Phil Jones always fucks up against Hazard. You see the FA Cup final? Like, did you watch that?
Yeah.
Like, how do you play Phil Jones? But yeah, I mean, England looks gassed, man.
dead, tired.
Danny Rose so so garbage.
Oh wow.
Like he could
was
not
poor.
run. He was terrible that game.
I wonder if England had it in them for that game. Like if they cared and they were going all out, or if they were just kind of like, you know what, it's done now. We were going for world like first place. This one's more just kind of like a consolation.
They really played like that.
I mean, half the first team was better.
Yeah,
it just looked like when your best chance falls to Dyer, you know it's a dire situation. I'm sorry I had to make that.
Mounier for Belgium played great. He had a pretty decent tournament as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Hazard played great. So I mean, if Chelsea ever does get rid of him this summer, they should get a shit ton for him.
Hefty
I think Hazard and Courtois are leaving together. Like, I don't know if you heard Courtois say
Courtois
this, but
I'd guaranteed leaving.
He's like, wherever I go, Hazard will follow. Like, he said that.
I hope to God that's not the case, though. I'm okay with Courtois leaving. He played a great tournament as well. So, I mean, if we're going to get rid of him, we can get a bunch for him, too, on that end. But Hazard, I would ideally want to keep.
I mean, Courtois only has 1 year left on his contract.
Yeah.
No, I
so
think...
and he
think
doesn't
Hazard's
want to
leaving.
resign, I'm pretty sure. He's making it pretty difficult. They would have to offer way too much money.
Like, Hazard...
Or he could leave on a free.
Yeah,
next summer.
and that's why it's better to get rid of him. Don't pull a Brucey Dormant and let Lewandowski go on a free.
Hazard recently came out and, like, clearly said to the media, I think it's time said that.
Shit.
So I think it's pretty clear he's leaving.
Well, it works out because I guess now that Cristiano's gone, Real Madrid's going to have a lot of money, and they're also going to be looking for a premier signing, so why not Hazard for the Premier League?
It's just I don't know if they need Hazard or they need like a top striker, you know? Like they really have a lot of wingers. They have Asensio, they have Bale.
Well, Harry Kane's the other one that's talk about.
Yeah, let Kane go to me. No problems.
Sorry, what?
Of course, Shrikar.
No.
It's okay. Kane can leave. Kane can leave. I have no issue.
Kane just signed a new contract. He's staying. So
or he signed a new contract to bump up the fee. Yeah.
No, he's not that type of lad. Don't worry. He's staying.
Okay.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see who they get because there's a lot of talk. I know they're really trying to get Neymar, but I don't think that's going to happen no matter what. And I wouldn't see Mbappe either. So, but PSG is going to have to sell some people if they're going to want to stay within financial fair play because they have, I forget the timeline, but they have a certain deadline that they have to be even by. And if they don't, they're going to get hit.
Yeah, I don't know. What's up with Lewandowski? Is he moving?
He wants to leave, but Bayern is by far saying, no, you're not going unless they get some ridiculous offer, something like £100 million or something, which no team should pay.
Which is fair.
No, I don't think any team should pay that. He's getting on the higher end. I mean, Ronaldo just went for £100 million, so you can't say, okay, sure, and compare the two, right? Although, Lewandowski is very good, so that's just my 2 cents.
Think Real Madrid need a striker more than anything else. Like, that's it.
Harry Kane. That's who I'd go after if I was them.
He's not going, like, for sure.
I would offer something ridiculous to get him.
I mean, there were talks of Mane going.
Yeah, I heard that too.
But
that's more just. I think that was more rumors. Honestly, Harry Kane is the one that they need to go after. They're going to spend a decent amount of money, but he's going to be worth it. He's definitely out of
the equation this summer. Like I'm telling you, he's not leaving. He just signed.
Everyone's in the equation for a
Neither
certain
is
price.
Salah.
No.
Neither is Salah. Well,
dude, Daniel Levi is the most hardcore negotiator. I think it has to be either like Lewandowski or someone else. But I just don't see who they're gonna get.
Lewandowski would be like a decent alternative for them as well. It depends on how much they want to pay for him.
Like Higuain's probably going to Chelsea if he is leaving, so he's not going.
Well, Morata could go back to.
Honestly, I heard maybe Morata's actually staying.
Yeah.
With Sarri coming in, sounds like he wants to keep him and revamp him, and it sounds like this summer Chelsea's trying to cut back on all their spending as well. So I really don't expect much to come out of this. And if we do, we're going to be shipping people out to kind of compensate. So I think this summer we're going to have a quiet summer, unfortunately. But with the new head coach, it can change everything, though, right?
Fucking stole Jorginho from us.
Yeah, so are we going to get into that now, or are we going to save that whole...
Let's wrap up.
To the World Cup for now. Okay, fine. Fuck it. Let's finish the transfer.
No. I have a whole bunch of transfers. Save it for later or something.
Let's wrap up the World Cup, right?
So well, that covers
England
the Belgium
should
game.
have won the World
2-0.
Cup, but obviously FIFA's corrupt. Let me remind you,
if they were corrupt, Russia would have won it.
Germany went out in the semis in 2010, and Muller won the Golden Boot. And guess who won it in 2014? Germany, right? So it's 2018. Kane's won the Golden Boot. England are out in the semis. So 2022 is coming home.
Wouldn't you want them to win it in 2026, if anything?
Why?
That's when it's coming to North America.
Nah, anything counts.
I mean,
would you not want to see that?
they're winning it in 2022 and 2026.
Oh,
That's
okay,
not
of
really-
course.
I mean, if they win it in 2022,
How could I be so
they're
stupid?
getting out on the group stage.
And apparently they might even host it in 2030, right?
Well, what's
So-
interesting is
Yeah.
at least Belgium, France, and England are all going to be keeping basically their young squad in just another 4 years where they just get that much better. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes from there.
They just lack a playmaker, and that's where I think
Well, Chamberlain,
he's not a playmaker, dude.
sadly,
He's not like a number 10. He's just like a
number
runner,
10.
you know? Like someone like Wilshere or Lallana or Coutinho, like someone
Yeah.
who's like
Tell-
that kind of player.
Tell
they
Wilshere
don't have
to
that.
kick his ass in gear then.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think they should have taken him and played one of Sterling or Lingard, but
I wouldn't do Sterling.
I would do Sterling.
Actually, that just before we wrap this up, that reminded me that Emerick Laporte is actually he can be stolen by Spain theoretically for the team.
Wait, what?
He got excluded from the France squad. I guess he hasn't played a game for them where it locks him in. So I guess he has like a dual citizenship, so he can actually theoretically play for Spain. So if Spain offers them enough of like, we want you to replace Gerard Piqué, which it sounds like actually what they're trying to do, he could potentially play for Spain instead of France.
he's not played a single game for France.
I don't think so. Nothing that's locked him in yet, I don't
No.
think.
Interesting.
Yeah, I ended
Yeah.
up reading that. Maybe the source was off, but it seemed pretty credible on it, so I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have to again on the opening day, because like we have like so many people who are coming back late.
It's true, yeah.
I think.
At the World Cup, yeah.
Yeah, same with you. I think.
Okay, so that wraps
Yeah,
up.
we got 5 or 6.
That probably wraps up the
mainstays.
finals
Yeah.
and the semis. What a great World Cup. Thanks for joining us on that. And what are we moving on to next, guys?
Well, I mean, we're gonna wrap
Uh,
up the World Cup a bit more.
Oh.
Let's
Oh,
talk
that's
about
true. With the
the
awards,
team of
yeah.
the tournament. Goalkeeper, I think.
I think Courtois has to be in goal.
Yep, you know what? That's undeniable. He won the Golden Glove?
And he was immense in like the quarters.
Yeah,
and
and I don't
semis.
disagree with that award. I think it should go to him. He played a great tournament, so.
Caballero.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Another bald fraud.
I mean, he's gonna take over as your number one when Courtois leaves, Tristan.
Oh,
so you better
definitely
not.
not. Oh, hell no.
That would be amazing.
Oh, no.
I think Simon Mignolet should get the award for keeping the bench warm.
Yeah.
Mignolet. I mean, I'd give it to Ederson. Anyway, yeah, Courtois it is. Right back. I don't think
Trippier?
there's any other argument other than Trippier.
Has to be
Yep.
Trippier.
He's
I agree
been
with that one.
He's been England's player of the tournament for me. He's been amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly, you
He's
could.
been whipping in those.
The only other person I'd
crosses.
throw in for that is Pavard.
Power's on the left. I mean, right.
Aren't we
No,
doing
right.
right?
Pavard's
No, Pavard's right.
on the. Yeah, Pavard's on the right trigger.
Yeah, so I would actually potentially put him over Trippier.
No. Trippier's in there.
I'm telling you, that kid's
Don't-
gonna be great. And then you guys
don't
are all
take
gonna be
this
coming
away
back
from
and
me.
listening to this in like a few years' time and being like, "Damn, he was right."
No, Pavard was good, but I think Trippier was.
Yeah,
better.
for sure. Don't take this away from me, Tristan.
Yeah. Okay.
The only Englishman.
Can
in
we
this
throw
lineup.
Pavard on the
No.
left?
It's okay.
I mean,
We got so
right
many
and left are
English fans.
interchangeable.
I think there's been.
No, I think
some-
Laxalt, the Uruguayan, had a great left back.
Uruguay?
Yeah, Laxalt, the left back for
Oh,
Uruguay, the
I'm
one
not
with
sure
the
on that one.
dreads.
I'll
I
take
think
your word.
Benjamin Mendy had a great Twitter month. So.
Yeah, him and Lamar kind of warmed the bench for quite a bit.
Oh yeah, Lamar. I just
Yeah.
forgot about. him.
Ousmane Dembele was on the bench for a whole bunch too.
True.
That's when you know
I
you have
thought
too much
he might have
talent.
played ahead of like Giroud, but yeah. Okay, let's move on to center back. Are we doing like a four back?
Godin?
Four at
Oh,
the back? Yeah, four at the back.
Varane, unmatched.
Varane,
Yeah.
Varane and Godin.
100% Varane. I'm not sure about Godin.
I would
guys
honestly
have-
throw
No.
Titi.
Lovren?
Yeah, honestly, I'm thinking that too. They've been like
Those
just
two been stellar.
unbreakable. They've been amazing.
Fair enough.
I don't see another argument.
Left back.
Varane and Umtiti.
Left back, I'm unsure of. I'll leave that to you guys.
Yeah, I'm not good.
Maguire. I mean, he was like
He's
a
a
left
center
center.
back.
Well, he was like a left center back.
I mean, the only one that comes to my mind is Laxalt.
See, the thing, a lot of the
Um,
teams will play a 3, so like they're kind of a center back, but they're more like a left style. So
Who's Belgium's left? Oh no,
they played
like
a
wing
3,
back.
so they had Vertonghen, like Company, and
Yeah.
Alderweireld, something like that.
True. Dude, Kolarov was pretty good in the group stages.
Oh, what position does Alexander Golovin play or whatever? He had a great one
Oh,
for Russia.
Russia?
Yeah.
I don't think he's a left back. I think he's like an attacker.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I should
Yeah.
know this. Chelsea's rumored been trying to get him for a while now.
Really?
Yeah. See, you
Interesting.
guys are learning a whole bunch with my whole transfers. I haven't even gotten in transfer time yet.
Left back.
Oh yeah, he's like a center
I don't
attacking
know.
mid, like center.
Yeah.
I'm way off on my left back. I don't know. Left back, I don't know. I'm
how
leaving it to
about
you guys.
Left back, Alberto Moreno.
I was thinking maybe Ashley Young. Like, he's been pretty good.
You know what? We'll take him. Let's move on to the next one because we got a lot for the starting 11. Keep it going.
Sure. I think the
Center
midfield
mids.
pivot has to
Modric.
Oh.
be Conte Modric.
Yeah, Conte Modric. Undeniable. Hands down.
There's been a
Yeah.
lot of good center midfielders,
Those-
dude. De Bruyne has been amazing.
Those two, by far. Even Rakitic should be up there as well, but...
Rakitic is up
Rakitic,
there.
Henderson.
Of course. I was waiting. I was
Always
just waiting for
Henderson.
it. I was waiting for it. De Bruyne has been kind of unbelievable this
Yo,
tournament
that's
as
true.
well.
But it depends what formation we're going. Are we going a flat 4?
Let's go with 2 center mid. Or unless you want to go
I
with
guess Conte
Flat
Modric.
4 then 2, so we're doing a 4-4-2. Just a
or
classic.
do you want to do like a 4-3-3? We can do a 4-3-3.
I don't know. Either way, it's just I'm then deciding who I'm going to put after that.
Let's do a 4-3-3.
Can you do like a 4-1-3-2?
We're getting too complicated now. Just like play someone out of position if you want.
Just
to.
put
Let's
the
go
remaining
with
put the remaining what 6 all in the striker position.
yeah, go with that.
Okay, but yeah, let's just go with like a left and right mid, kind of like a wing.
So who?
Hazard and Cheryshev on the wings.
Cheryshev.
I was gonna go Mbappe and Hazard.
I think Mbappe's more a strike.
Yeah, but they played
Yeah.
him on like the right wing in the final.
Dude, Harry Kane.
No, fuck him.
Because Mbappe was more like a right mid in the finals, right, against Croatia.
He was, but it's just for the sake of having someone else in that formation.
Then can I throw Perisic in there? Like either way, if you're a wing, you can play like an outside mid for the most part.
Good. Wait, so what the hell is our formation right now?
4-4.
Okay,
classic
so
4-4.
our 2 midfielders are Modric. I was thinking, my vote goes to.
Sure, you know
I
what?
think he's
If
been-
Hazard undeniably, you could easily outside. He's a very versatile player.
Okay. And then
It comes to
for
our
the
front
left
men.
wing. What about the left?
Weren't those the left and right? Aren't we doing 4-4-2?
No, like the left of the 4 and the right of the 4, not the 2.
Oh, it
center
doesn't matter.
mids.
Throw either on either side. Hazard's usually on the left.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Hazard.
I
and-
think Cheryshev deserves a shout.
Yep.
I thought he was
Yeah,
fantastic.
he played great. Speaking of which, he also moved. I think to that later.
I don't think he has yet.
You know what? Just keep going on.
Okay, Hazard and Cheryshev.
then-
Okay. Yeah, I guess they've been.
And then up top, Mbappe and Lukaku.
Lukaku's been good.
I know you want to put Kane in there.
Dude,
but
honestly,
I don't
even
know.
though Ronaldo only played till around 16,
Yeah,
he scored 4 goals.
Coutinho has a
Coutinho was really good for Brazil. He was their best player. Okay, we'll make a bench then.
Wait,
So
who do we
for the
put up
two
at
up
the
top-
front though? Because I was thinking Griezmann, Mbappe. Those are 2 possible. Mandzukic played amazing.
Not Griezmann, I think. Maybe Mandzukic and Mbappe.
I mean, even Harry
Mandzukic,
Kane played
really?
great,
I don't
right?
think so.
I think he wasn't too great in the knockout phases. I honestly think he was
No,
playing as with an
yeah.
injury.
He was playing
If
with
I
an
had choice,
injury.
I'd probably go
I think
Mbappe
so too.
and Mandzukic.
Yeah, I think I'd go with that as Lukaku
I
had
don't know
like
if
a couple of good
Mandzukic
games.
provides enough.
It's just in terms of
He
performances.
was part of the
dude.
reason that Croatia made it so far,
Yeah,
right? It was like
fair
a combo
enough,
of like
fair enough.
Rakitic, Modric, him, and Paris,
Fair
which is
enough.
funny. They all end with itch almost. Way to ruin it, Mandzukic.
Yeah, we had this in our segment for the preview.
Mm.
Their team is basically all like itches.
Yeah.
All right, and that's our 11 basically. Our 11 of the FIFA World Cup tournament in Russia, and we just covered top goalie as well. What's our next award?
Goal of the tournament.
And the goal of the
Goal.
tournament. Goal?
Okay, there've been
I can't choose, dude.
well off the top of my head, we had Nacho against Portugal, Pavard against
Pavard,
Argentina, Ronaldo against Spain, Messi. We had Son's goal against Germany, whatever the 2-1. That I thought that was fantastic. Perisic in the final, Lingard's goal, Coutinho's
I
banger.
honestly can't choose. If I was to choose, I think it'd be between Cheryshev's goal
Yeah,
and-
dude,
and-
Cheryshev's goal
and Ronaldo's goal, the free kick.
Oh, that
The free
free
kick
kick
was
was
iconic.
beautiful.
That was iconic.
because Ronaldo's goal like lit up the World Cup.
Yeah, you know.
Before then, it was like okay, meh.
Yeah,
But then
100%.
that goal like sparked that World Cup.
Yeah.
But Cheryshev's goal was the one goal that made me like literally score.
But how about Pavard
Yeah.
on the volley right up into the outside curve top corner?
that was
Pavard
good.
and Nacho both had fantastic.
I mean, he was
technique.
right back
Yeah.
too. Like what, near, what was that, around the top of the 18 or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Di Maria's
Lingard's goal
too.
was great too.
Di Maria.
Di Maria was good.
It was just bangers. all
Yeah,
around.
you know what? I don't think I can pick one. I'm just gonna
Oh,
leave
yeah.
it to all those
Tony
groups.
Cruz.
You and our viewers, you know, let us.
Cruz's
The
free
viewers
kick.
tell us what was your favorite. We'd like to hear from you on that one. It'll be viewers' choice.
And
What
And I think we got one more award as far as maybe 2.
tournament.
Yep. which is we'll call it our golden dude of the tournament.
Jordan
Dude with the golden
Pickford.
balls.
No.
Dude, we should have him knighted.
Pickford was good.
Sir Jordan Pickford.
Pickford.
Has
No.
a ring to it. Come on.
All right, my golden dude of the tournament, it has to be guaranteed Modric. I mean, he won Golden
Yeah.
Ball anyway, so I have no disagreement with that.
Yeah, he was pretty good. I'd throw like Mbappe.
I just look at it this way. You have to look at how the sides that everyone has and how much you have to contribute in comparison. And Modric, he gave a huge contribution for Croatia. He is a huge part of why they made it there.
Yeah, I can't see anyone else. It has
Like,
to be
Mbappe
Modric.
did amazing,
Nothing.
but look at the squad he has around him, though, too. Like, it's much easier when you have a better squad.
I'd pretty much save.
Oh, he did great. I'm just thinking
as,
contribution-wise, I think Modric more than Mbappe for the team.
Also, I'd say I'd put Trippier in the mix as well.
Yep, he did well.
But yeah, I guess we
Yeah.
can't really.
All right, I guess that's
No.
your official
Yeah,
golden
it has to
dude
be
of the
Modric.
tournament, guys. Brought to you by Football Myth.
Oh, are we doing a disgrace?
Ooh, you know what? Yes, it's done.
Ooh.
It's gonna be one of the goalies. Oh no, I thought of another one.
No, I think
I
it
thought
was-
of another one instead. Okay, I'd like to hear you guys first. This is gonna be your biggest disgrace.
I think it was Otamendi.
No, fuck
It was-
off,
It has to be
dude.
Otamendi. It has
He
to
was
be
not
Otamendi.
the worst player in
Like,
Argentina. There were so many
Yeah,
players
you
who were
were.
so much worse.
I was gonna give it to the Argentinian organization, just with the coach
Dude,
and the players
Sampaoli?
debacle and their early
Who the
exit.
fuck is Maxi Meza? Who the fuck is Maxi Meza?
And then Maradona with his like satanic signs at the end. I'm like, what are you
Like,
doing, mate?
Dybala or Maxi Meza? Go with Maxi Meza. What the fuck was that, dude? It was so fucking diabolical.
Yeah, you know what? We can probably almost drop it down more to potentially Sampioli. I think is that how you say his name? I am probably butchering that.
No, Sampaoli.
That.
Like Christian Pavon. Like, who are these people? Like, why are you
Yeah,
not playing your
like-
best players?
Do they have like a quota to fill with like homegrown
Honestly,
players
it
or
reminds
something
me
who
of like
play in
what
the league?
Sajan was talking about with like the FA pressure homegrown players.
So
Yeah.
are we unanimous on this that the biggest disgrace of the whole World Cup tournament goes down to the Argentinian organization?
And
What about?
a little bit to the Egyptian FA as well.
I want to give it to a player as well. I'm just trying to confirm like.
It's
who
got to
it
be a
would
goalie in that case.
Does it?
No.
I mean, if it does, then it
Like,
has
well,
to
biggest
be
screw ups.
Caballero.
I mean, Lloris had a huge screw up and it could have cost them, but
Lloris,
good for him. It did
Muslera.
not cost him though, because that would have been. I don't know. I think he would have probably got death threats from a lot of the French people, probably.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
who's the other one? There's another goalie that recently screwed up big time.
Muslera.
oh yeah. The Uruguay goalkeeper.
I was thinking more
Uruguay
recent than that.
More recent than
Yeah,
that.
I'm trying to remember.
I can't remember.
There was nothing in the semis, as far as I
Yeah.
can recall.
Russia, Croatia.
Maybe
And-
I'm.
No, the
think-
Russian goalkeeper was also Akinfeev made up for his previous tournament howlers. This
Oh,
World
he
Cup.
played great. He had an
Yeah.
absolutely great
Yeah,
madman out there.
We could give it to like Spain. Fuck.
Or Germany.
Fucked up.
If anything, more
Oh,
Germany.
Germany.
Yeah. But the thing is, we have to give it to
True.
a player, though. That was the whole point. We give it to Argentina if
Yeah.
it was an organization or team, player-wise.
There have been some bad performances.
Is there anyone
I-
that stood out that was just absolutely brutal, in your opinion? That just completely did
Otamendi.
nothing?
Oh, fuck off, Shrikar. I'll fucking give it to Henderson. I don't.
Hey, England had not lost for the entirety of the time Henderson was on the pitch. The 108 minutes Henderson didn't play were the only times England were
You know-
trailing.
actually,
in the
you know
World
what? I
Cup.
got one. I want to give it to Neymar for creating all the memes.
You know what?
Oh,
I was
yeah.
thinking that too.
Neymar
but
for
I'm like,
creating all those terrible memes that are not going to be rid of football for a while.
Yeah, I mean, he's a fucking reason some people hate football.
Yeah.
Like, fucking dives around and like acts. I hate
Yo,
it.
breaking news. Give me a second. Allison's agent just liked a photo of Allison in a Photoshop Liverpool kit.
No.
Yo, he's
dude.
coming.
I actually
He's coming.
Liverpool. We're gonna get to this, but they've had a stellar transfer season. One of the best, if not the best,
Woo.
of every team I've seen so far. But we'll get to that later. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm down to give it to Neymar.
all right,
though.
Neymar it is.
Hey.
Brought to you by Gary Neville and
Our lad Gary helping
You know,
us
I
out.
also want to mention something about the "It's Coming Home" song. Like Shrikar, you've probably heard about this a lot too. How like they've got so much
Yeah.
criticism about it, but like I think it's just misunderstood. Honestly, like people say we're being arrogant when we sing like "It's Coming Home" and all that stuff. Especially Croatia, like the team with the English fans are super
Yeah.
arrogant. Like I think people are misunderstanding. Like, it's not arrogance. We're just having a good time. Like, we don't honestly believe
Showing pride
we're
and
gonna-
cheering and everything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
like,
get it.
The English fans weren't actually being like, "Oh, we're definitely gonna beat you cup." It's just like
No,
a song.
yeah.
That was just me and cheering for France because I knew they were going to win from the beginning, which I called
You did
2 for
You called
2. Champions League and World Cup. This is my year.
This is your
On a
year.
roll.
Not streetcars.
Yeah, anti-streetcar. Belgium and Liverpool just falling out.
No, I said Brazil, but that
Oh,
was
I guess fair enough. Yeah. Well, anyone calling Germany,
England.
they couldn't have been any worse than anyone else in the big team. But I guess that wraps up World Cup.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Man, I miss it already.
Yo, Premier League starting in 28 days. Football's back in 4 weeks. It's okay. It's okay.
Man, we gotta wait 4 more years now. This was definitely the best.
For me, 2010 was up there too, but
It's hard because every
No.
year rolls around and a lot of things happen, and then you're like, oh, this one's so great too, and it's essentially every year. I mean, there's no huge notoriety, like for example, the Hand of God, that incident. So I mean, it's hard to it's hard to beat something like that. Or like Pele
Yeah.
scoring when he was what 17 or something like that, or 18.
19.
He was also 19.
I think so.
no, Pele was 17.
What?
Yeah, it was something ridiculously
Yep.
young,
No.
and younger than
He was
Mbappe,
17.
and Mbappe's 19, I think, because he's
No.
one
Yeah,
of what, like
19 and-
a few teens to actually score in the World Cup.
He's one of the few teams to score. And second,
Yep,
Oh,
with
shit,
Pele,
he's
so
17.
he's already hit that, and he's won the World Cup at the ripe age of 19. So we're gonna see a lot from him.
Pretty much completed football.
I'd like to see him leave PSG and go right to Chelsea.
It's like
never gonna
football
happen.
completed it, mate.
Yeah, yeah, you know what? Yep, check. Well, he doesn't have Champions League yet, right? So he's still gotta.
Anyway,
he doesn't have the Premier League, so he should come to
it's now the Emirates Cup.
He hasn't won the English Cup, guys. Career's not yet completed. And Shrikar, what's our next topic? Or Ansh?
I'm gonna hand it off to you
Transfers.
because Conte is finally gone. How do you feel about that?
Oh, okay. Well, if we're gonna get into the thick of things with Tristan's transfers, cue soundbite we are gonna have to create at one point. Yeah. So jumping into the whole Chelsea thing, it is finally resolved. Conte is out. Sarri is in, and as part of that deal, they were able to sneak Jorginho from right underneath Man City in a combo of what? It was almost around 65 million euros for the pair of Sarri, his release clause, and Jorginho as well. But personally, I think that was actually an absolutely great buy, picking up Jorginho, especially if you're going to most likely get rid of Danny Drinkwater, and you have at least someone that's fighting against Bakayoko for that middle position. Actually, fun fact, Rada Nainggolan, I think, said the toughest central mid that he's played against, at least for the Series A, can guarantee minimum, was Jorginho. So that
Fucking
speaks.
stolen.
Yeah, it speaks to the quality of the player that we stole. So great on Chelsea.
Stolen.
I think that was a great pickup, but it's about time because they've left this whole transfer kind of window again late, and generally it costs more when you do it late. So.
If City don't pick up a center mid, they're fucked for the season.
Oh, I'm sure you guys. Well, I would say far from that.
Dude,
You
you're
still have an
fine.
amazing
You signed
team.
Mahrez.
Dude, we literally have only Fernandinho. We have no one else.
You guys
That's
will
it.
probably pick up someone. You have
fucked.
you have plenty of money, and you guys spend plenty seasonally.
fucked.
Dude, Delph can play
Dude.
mid.
You want Delph playing in center mid, like World Champions League semifinal? Fucked.
So
we're gonna get relegated.
it'll be interesting to see what happens with Conte. I think he's probably going to take the year off, especially with the amount of release clause they're going to have paid him to be quite a bit, including his staff. So they're all
I
going
think
to
it's
be.
like 9 million or something.
Yeah, I think it was something close to like 20
Yeah.
million, including his staff or something like that.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, it was something. I think it was
That's a
something like
lot.
that. The number keeps changing on every single like page I read, but it's
No, I think it's 9 million. It's where I'm reading everywhere.
maybe 9 million pounds. I was quoting euros though.
Uh,
Either way, it goes over excess of 10 million euros. I was just quoting euros, with the exception of the PL. Everyone kind of goes in that currency. So, but yeah, so that was the big one. The other big one confirmed. We already knew it coming for a bit, but Cristiano Ronaldo is officially left Madrid. He has gone to Juventus in what, £100 million or €100 million deal, something along those lines. And with the excess of his wage and everything, I think it potentially goes up to almost something like. I remember Napoli chief. He was saying something like 350 million euros, and actually, it was funny.
he's earning 500,000 a week, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's insane. And what's actually interesting is Mendes offered Ronaldo to Napoli because apparently that was one of his top choices. But Napoli looked at their bank and they're like, this is gonna bankrupt us if we do this deal, so we can't.
Thing is, he's like apparently like he's already started to major.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Just easily in the sale of shirts, marketing, everything, they're going to make their money back. As far as the deal goes on both ends, I think it was great on both ends. Real Madrid's going to lose in the short term because I think he's still going to be clinical for at least a couple more years. I would say about another 2 years he's going to be clinical.
I agree.
Anything past that, I would say he's going to start to probably go down. But on Juventus's end, they're going to pay a lot up front. But he's going to be clinical for 2 years, which means they're going to have a very good chance in the next 2 years, especially with the team they already have. So,
you'll see 2 years, man, not the World Cup.
Yeah.
I think if he goes to the World Cup you know what, I'm not getting it. But so those were the huge big ones as of late. There are a lot more. I'm trying to remember where we left off in the last one since it has been a bit. But Socrates to Arsenal for undisclosed payment. That was kind of one of the more notable ones that I noticed as well. And then
Riyad Mahrez.
Yep, Riyad Mahrez was a huge one to Man City. I think they actually ended up paying less than they were going to offer in January, so I don't know why Leicester City didn't take it, but I think they wanted to make sure they stayed in the Premier League, so maybe that's why. But actually, you also see, what's his face? He's going the other way. Patrick Roberts. I think he's going. I'm not sure if it's a loan or if he's getting transferred the other way to Leicester City, but I think he was part of the deal. Oh. Wait, you don't know Patrick Roberts? Ansh?
No, I know, but like I don't know if he's going.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Big Shaq.
Who?
Big.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, I was getting that. I was actually going from like old to new. But yeah, Shaqiri to Liverpool. What did they get him for? Like
13
pretty much
million
nothing.
pounds.
13 million. What is that?
What, pounds
That's
though,
nothing.
right?
It's literally nothing.
That is
so like
dirt cheap, and that's another
euros.
reason why. On top of the Fernandinho and the Keita transfers as well, that Liverpool.
Fabinho.
What? Fernandinho.
Fabinho.
Oh, sorry, Fabinho. What am I saying? Yeah, no,
Don't
Fabinho.
fucking give me a heart attack like that.
No, yeah. Man, yeah, no, Fabinho, Keita,
Because fucking
and Shaqiri.
Don't Fernandinho. What the fuck, bro?
I think
Do
you would
not
just quit.
do that.
You would just quit. Yeah, but no, those
No one
three
left.
transfers, and they actually got a really good price on all three. Well, Keita they paid quite a bit, but Fabinho and Shaqiri, great prices on them, and I think those are going to be great players, and they're young players, all three of them. So that's going to be going right in with Liverpool's
Fernandinho's not
squad.
fucking ditching City for Liverpool. He would never do that.
Liverpool is going to be one of the teams to beat this next Premier League season. I'm calling that right now, especially with the
You say
transfers.
that every fucking season.
I don't.
Bro.
Nah,
Maybe
man,
Shrikar
this is
does.
really-
I don't. Man, every season, if anything, I'd be like, nah, Liverpool's making like maybe 4th or 5th.
No, every year it's like, yo, they had a good transfer window. They're gonna.
Joe, we've never had a good transfer window.
Dude,
okay?
your last transfer window was pretty damn good.
In hindsight, it was good because it worked out. Because Salah was good and Ox was good, but
I mean,
Okay,
no, I think it was good.
moving on. Big one, Paulinho going to Barcelona. Or from Barcelona,
what?
going
No.
from Barcelona back to
Yeah,
the
what the
Chinese
fuck?
Super League to
So weird.
Evergrande.
It's like,
Guangzhou.
yeah, I'm gonna go
Evergrande, yeah.
to Barcelona for like 6 months. I'll be back real home.
Isn't
Like,
he?
What?
Is he loaned though? Is he loaned or transfer?
I think he's loaned.
No, he was transferred and then he was.
Yeah,
bought
no, but I
back.
think
He
he's
was loaned
loaned
back.
now back to them, which
Yeah,
I don't
he's-
understand
Oh, is he? I'm
whatsoever.
not sure.
But it was the whole same issue with what's his name? He went from like Everton to Barcelona and then back like Stoke City or something like that.
You're thinking of
Deo Lefeu, that's it. Yeah.
Deulofeu.
I don't know what it is with Arsenal trying to buy players that they already had, or anyways.
Oh well.
Arsenal, they've been having like an amazing transfer window.
Who?
Arsenal.
Oh, Arsenal. Yeah, they've had a great one. And they've been all
Yeah.
fairly good price too. So, at least they're spending some money. It's nice to see after season upon season.
I'm interested to see.
Maybe
how
just
they
one
do
big
this
transfer.
season.
I'm a little scared of Arsenal.
I'm
to
really
be
scared
honest.
because we're playing them first, and we have like no players. We
Yeah.
have no players.
Notable
have
news
to
coming
play
out of Barcelona. This was on July 9th. Arthur going from Gremio to Barcelona for £35.5 million. And what's interesting, Arthur,
Who?
you'll see he's a good,
You know
he's a good
Who
player.
dat?
And
The TVO Kids show, Arthur.
yeah, exactly.
The Aardvark.
He's bringing his aardvark ways to Barcelona, and he's gonna teach everyone the ABCs and school them. So,
Mhm.
But what's interesting about this is Gomes is actually highly rumored to be leaving Barcelona. They're trying to get rid of him, so
Oh, he should leave.
anyone who wants him, he's probably a potential better price. Another big one, Jack Wilshere going from Arsenal to West Ham on a Bosman transfer, free transfer.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah, after so many years, that'll be sad for Arsenal fans, but I think it's going to be good for West Ham. I think it's a great pickup for West Ham. They didn't have to spend anything, and they got him.
West Ham have done like some great business this transfer window. They got Pellegrini
Even
first of all, and then
last
ever
season
since
too.
he's come in, yeah. But like I'm excited to see where they finish this season.
I wouldn't be surprised if they start to move up the charts. They've really been ambitious each season for at least the past, including this one, the two. They've done pretty well, so it'll see if it actually turns out on the standings. And then moving from there, a little bit of a sad one, Fernando Torres leaving Atletico Madrid for Sagan Tosu for a free transfer as well.
Japan, right?
I think so, yeah. Sounds Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, Ronaldo was £100 million. I didn't want to get misquoted. And then Mahrez was £60 million, and I think that's where I think Patrick Roberts is going the other way. But another big one is, at least for Real Madrid fans, is Hakimi going to Borussia Dortmund on loan. That's a little bit of noteworthy for them. And then another big one is Andrei Yarmolenko for Borussia Dortmund to West Ham. I think that was a great price. Or not a great price, but a great transfer for them. I don't know the price; it's undisclosed. But he had a great
West
World
Ham
Cup. Yeah, he had a great World Cup. So I think that was a smart pickup on their part. And then Jean-Michael Sarri, Chelsea was after him the whole time, and he ends up going to Fulham for something rumored around 35 million euros or pounds, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted to go to the bigger London club.
Ooh, ouch. But I think that was great pickup on their end, and I was actually kind of hoping he wouldn't go to Chelsea. I didn't think he would do well with us, but that was just more of a personal opinion on that.
Did you watch some YouTube vids on him?
No, it's just from some of the games I've seen and things like that when he was back at Nice. But and then
you watch the French league?
Yeah, I'll watch games around on all the different leagues just to kind of pick up on players and kind of see how good they are, prospects, things like that.
That's a real scout.
That's how you kind of see rising stars. That's why I think Pavard's going to be big, but we're getting to him in a sec. And then Kennedy on loan from Chelsea to Newcastle. That was a good pickup for Newcastle. I know they were trying to get him on a full transfer, but Chelsea wasn't letting that happen for sure. And then, Shaqiri, £13 million to Liverpool. We mentioned that. That was a great pickup on theirs. Jorginho to Chelsea. That says undisclosed, but I know that's... It was something around total, like 65 million euros, something like that, with Sarri, though, going. And then another big one was, I guess for West Ham fans, Felipe Anderson. It's at least another player that they can consider in their ranks. I know Pavard has gone to Bayern as well, but I don't think it's official yet. But that is almost like a guarantee. So you can probably consider that, as far as I'm concerned, that's going to be a done deal. I think they got him for something from Stuttgart for like... something like 21 million. I can't remember if it was pounds or euros because they always switch between depending on what I read. But I think that's a great price. Either way, even if it's 21 million pounds, that is a great price for him, especially after the World Cup he had. I'm surprised Stuttgart didn't ask for more. And that wraps it up pretty much as far as the big ones. Am I missing any on your end, guys?
Yeah,
no,
dude.
not particularly.
Seems like you have like a spreadsheet going. That was insane.
I keep track of it, and for some reason, whenever a lot of the players go, I'll just remember it, and then occasionally a couple I'll just forget, so I might look it up to remember. But
Balotelli's wanting to...
is any team willing to take him?
Liverpool. Back to Liverpool. I mean, you guys...
He wouldn't get any playing time.
Actually, I mean, I hope Sturridge gets a season.
Oh, one more transfer. Southampton are interested in signing Danny from Liverpool.
Whoa, the other way.
This time going the other way for 20 million.
Wow.
That'd be pretty good. Like, I'd be down for
pretty good.
that, just so Sturridge
Yo,
can
pays off
Yeah.
Shaqiri.
get some game time.
Plus some.
Yeah.
Plus,
Yeah, I mean, Shaqiri's going to be interesting. That'd be...
good option off like when Mane.
Man, yeah, I mean, I think Salah should have gone to Stoke. It should have been a swap deal. Bring him back to...
What? He's experienced playing in the cold, wet, windy. It's okay.
Yeah. Anything
Well, I guess
else?
that's about it.
Yeah, that
I
wraps
think.
up the transfers so far of the summer, but there'll be plenty more to come, and we will drop you the latest news as soon as we get it. Other than that, that kind of wraps up almost all the big events. We're going to have a little bit of a downtime as far as until preseason really kicks in.
Yep. We should be covering that go on in the States. Dortmund's playing, City, Liverpool are also, so should be interesting in terms of how teams line up
Has
this season. It's been a great World Cup.
Who's playing the MLS All-Stars? West Ham?
think
Really?
so.
Probably beat them too. It'll probably beat the MLS.
Actually,
Yeah,
honestly, the MLS does well a lot of the years. A lot of the times they'll beat actually the Premier League teams too. I know sometimes the Premier League teams will play like less their full frontline squad, but
I
a
think
lot
the
of the times
MLS
they
have,
actually
like,
put up a really good fight against them, if not winning.
I think it's
I am mistaken. It is not West Ham. It is in fact Juventus.
That was it. I knew it was kind of like a big not to shoot at anyone on West Ham.
man. I'm just so fucking pissed at Jorginho and Chelsea. Like
Yeah,
we have no one in center mid. We're gonna die.
that was a big hit to you because, like I said, he's gonna be a great player. I'm very expecting big things from him on this, which would be nice because back at
Dino's
Yoko.
like fucking 34. Poor him. Like he's gonna play like every game if we don't. Fuck, dude. This is insane.
He's gonna have to bring his walker out with.
Like that's gonna be such a clear.
Really
You guys
bad.
will pick someone up before the end of the season. I wouldn't be surprised. You guys literally, that's the only thing
literally
you need. You are
no
covered
one
on
else
everything.
That's linked to us. Literally the entire summer was been Jorginho, and then he's gone. It's like what?
What episode was it that we covered the Mahrez and why Liverpool or Manchester City were going after him? In case anyone wants to listen to that, because I feel like
A little while ago.
some people might be stunned as to why they picked him up, considering.
That was our January transfer special, probably sometime. One of our
Which one,
first
sorry,
episodes.
Shrikar?
It should be episode 4 or
No,
5.
it was
No,
way,
that's
way,
too
way
short.
past that. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
before.
bro.
Was it before World Cup?
Definitely.
Okay. So it was within episodes of before the World Cup, though, roughly, I think. Yeah, anywhere between March and onwards. But if you guys want to sift through them all, you could probably find it somewhere there. But we talked about it then. I think that's a wrap. Is that it, guys?
That's a wrap. Yeah, it's been a great World Cup. 4 more years. Qatar.
For Qatar in the winter. We're gonna be celebrating.
Hey, that's only 3.5 years.
Isn't it?
If
It's
that
gonna be
makes
a
you feel any
really
better.
warm time for them, or did they change that?
It's gonna be
Oh,
colder,
okay.
which is still pretty.
Yeah,
warm.
because they
Nah,
changed
it's gonna
it.
be
I think.
fine. It's gonna be like 20. It's like even Russia was pretty hot this summer. It was like
Yeah.
28 degrees average, I think. But yeah, winter should be weird because like
28
So-
degrees average.
celebrating England's win in the winter is gonna be nice at Christmas.
Yeah, you know.
Like it ends on the 24th or something, and then like Christmas is right after. It's pretty. Anyway, that's it.
Thank you, everyone, for listening and following us during the World Cup time. We greatly appreciate all of your viewership, or I guess since it's not so much of you and it's more listening-ship. Be sure to like those. If you're on SoundCloud, go ahead and make sure you like those. If you got an account, YouTube, please like as well. Subscribe on any of the podcast media that you are listening to us on. We would
If
greatly
you
appreciate
don't want to
it.
do that, please comment.
Oh.
Like if there's one thing you want to do, comment.
On YouTube, yeah, where that'll probably help us
Anywhere.
out the most. If you guys want to help us out, then subscribe there and comment there. We greatly appreciate all of your opinions as well.
You know, it just gives us feedback and like lets us know like someone's listening and what they think of it
Keeps us
and
driven.
what we can improve. And yeah,
And if you've got any abuse, throw it at me. I'll return it gladly.
I would actually just appreciate that.
Just
'Cause just getting a whole bunch of people just ranting now. Screw you, Liverpool.
Yo, troops, if you're listening, I will make a diss track.
Troops is definitely listening.
Well, we have a lot of high-profile people that listen. I mean, all the major technical
you know.
directors of all the big clubs, they're listening to our transfer
Yeah, man.
setups, and we got a whole bunch of people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Jimmy
we got the
Carragher as
Liverpool-
well. He was notable. Remember when we covered him?
Yeah, I mean, what else does he have
Oh,
to
yeah.
do? Not fired. He's coming back. But
He's coming
Temporary
back.
suspension.
football's coming home in 20.
Yo, in 2 years, we're gonna be a legit.
Allez les bleus.
Dude, we're gonna be on those Sky Sports deadline days.
Honestly,
Covering live,
if I
like,
was able to
outside
do
the-
this live as soon as I get news of it, I could probably get it within like maybe 5 minutes of when it gets potentially like guaranteed.
That's lit.
You should Twitch stream this.
Let us know if you want us to
Just,
do
like,
that.
straight up.
Oh, I'm gonna have to finish school for that.
You're almost done.
Almost. It's been a long,
Unless
long
you
time.
switch and do
Close.
another degree, you fucking Mister. I want to do 2 degrees.
Imagine just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna continue on after getting my engineering and biomed, and let's just go to law school. Why not?
You know, why not? You know what?
I didn't
Let's
torture
try
myself enough in
everything.
8 years. Why not just add another 3 or 4?
Throw in an MBA in there too for jokes.
Just for jokes. Just because I want to relax for 4 years. Ooh,
Yeah,
What an
shots fired.
educated lad. Yeah.
Well, I guess that's it from us. I'm Shrikar.
I'm Ansh.
And I'm Tristan.
And we were supposed to finish this in 40 minutes, but thanks for listening.
Thanks again, guys. Peace out.